for others, you're welcome. As you wait for others, drop in the comment section the name of the university. Let me be sure you are hearing me. Can you hear me loud and clear? Please, if you are hearing me, drop in the comment section now. I'm seeing your chat. Just drop in the comment section the name of your university so that I'll know that you're hearing me. While we wait for others, let's do that. Please, if yours is not playing, please check your connection. Maybe it should be from your connection. Can you hear me now? So as we wait for others, just drop in the comment section the name of your university. I believe you can all hear me. Okay, so someone can hear me. It means others can hear me now. So today we are going to be talking about a very, very important aspect of your Post UTME, and I'm still waiting for others to join. So please just drop the name of your university, because the name of your university will determine what I'll be saying today. Because different universities have different Post UTME approach, and that's what most persons don't know. So please drop the name of your university. Okay, I've seen Uniports there. Another Uniport. Keep it coming, wait for others, and we are starting very, very soon. Please, as we wait for others, okay, Uniport again. As we wait for others, please get your writing materials close to you, because it's going to be an eye-opening section. So get your pen and your jotter close to you, and please, if you are in a noisy place, you can just find somewhere that is not very rousy, so you can hear me loud and clear. Are we still with me? Okay, so while we keep waiting, we cannot wait all long, but while we wait for others, these are some of the things we are going to be talking about today. We are going to be talking about the nature of Post UTME. So far, all the persons participating are Uniport students. So far, I'm going to be talking about the nature of Uniport Post UTME, some of the things you probably didn't know about Uniport Post UTME. I'm going to be talking about it, and I'm going to be talking about how to design your reading plan. Very, very important. How do you design your reading plan? You know, some persons say, I don't know how to schedule my reading, or I read, I don't understand. Those questions, we are going to answer them today. And before the end of this video, I'm going to be giving you a reading plan. So what you are to follow, you have about 2 months to your exams, and I'm going to tell you how to schedule your reading. The 5 courses you'll be writing in Post UTME, I'm going to be telling you how to schedule your reading to cover up. Also, in this video, we are going to be looking at most repeated topics and questions in Post UTME. Most repeated topics and questions in Post UTME. You know, you are writing 5 subjects, or Uniport, 5 subjects, and these 5 subjects, 50 questions are coming from 5 subjects. So approximately you'll be expecting like 10 questions from each subject, and 10 questions cannot come from all the topics. So definitely it is not, questions cannot come from all the topics in the subject you're offering. How do you know the subject, or how do you know the particular topic that will come from that subject? So we are going to be looking at, from past years, we are going to be looking at topics that questions are likely to come out from. So I've mentioned several things. I've said we will look at the nature of the Post UTME, how to organize your reading plan, and most repeated topics in Post UTME. So we'll be looking at questions from some repeated topics. Are we good to go? If you are ready, if your pen is ready, your pen is ready, your book is ready, click on the like button now. I'm seeing it. So just click on the like button, I will know you're ready. I'm waiting for that while you keep your pen close. Are we still here? Alright, right away we go. We are going to be starting from the first one, the nature of Uniport Post UTME. The nature of Uniport Post UTME. You know, you can hear me, but I cannot hear you. So please respond by chatting. Drop in your message, your live chats. Drop live chats. I'm seeing them right here on my screen. So please respond so that I'll know that you're still with me. Now, the nature of Post UTME. One thing you need to know about Post UTME, Uniport Post UTME precisely, is just like I said earlier, you're writing 50 questions in 30 minutes. 50 questions in 30 minutes. And the reason why most persons fail Post UTME is because lack of time management. Even if you know it, 50 questions, and you want to answer those 50 questions in 30 minutes, how do you go about it? So first, you understand now that Uniport Post UTME is 50 questions, and you have to answer these 50 questions in 30 minutes. Also, the questions are not arranged by subjects. That is, you don't have sections of mathematics, then the questions, then next English equations, biology the questions. No, the questions are not arranged in subject, they are mixed. What I mean, so the questions are mixed up. Can you hear me now? I think I was disconnected for a while. Can we hear me now? Please just drop in the comment section if you can hear me so that I'll know you're hearing me. Okay, so let's go on if you can hear me. So the questions are mixed up, and you have to know that, you have to be prepared for that. So that is basically how Uniport Post UTME is. And as you click on the submit button, you're seeing your score right there. You're seeing your score immediately. Okay, that's a brief hint of how the Post UTME looks like. That's how it looks like. Now quickly, because we don't have enough time, let's look at some questions that some persons ask. How do I organize my reading plan? Seeing that you have a very short time. Now, before I go on to you can organize your reading plan, please take up your pen and paper. You have to be determined now to achieve this. Just think of all the suffering. Think of all the suffering you've gone through reading, all you've done reading, and after reading, maybe you scored high in jamb, or your jamb score is moderate. Do you want to waste all these scores? Now, one thing you need to know is, even after getting maybe 300 or 250 over in jamb, if your Post UTME is very low, Uniport will not give you admission. Your school of choice will not give you admission because they value their Post UTME more than your jamb. So now is the time you have to put more effort. If your jamb score was low, you have to fight very hard now. If your jamb score was high, you have to fight very hard to maintain it. So how do you go about your reading? You have about 2 months to exam. For Uniport students, your form will soon be out, and your exam will be starting around August. So you have roughly 2 months to prepare. 2 months is 8 weeks. So how do you cover 5 subjects in 8 weeks? So I'm seeing your question there. Said, what are the 5 subjects? Now, the 5 subjects depend on your course. Depends on the course you are applying for. If you are in the sciences or health, medicine, pharmacy, biochemistry, microbiology, any of the courses in science, you are writing the same thing. You are writing, okay, nursing inclusive, you're writing mathematics. Mathematics is compulsory for everybody. So anything you're applying for, I know most of you did not write mathematics in jamb. For those of you that applied for medicine and the rest, you didn't write mathematics in jamb. But in Post UTME, mathematics is compulsory. Engineering, mathematics also. Okay, let me start from the medicine and the related courses. You're writing medicine, you're writing mathematics, you're writing English, you're writing biology, you're writing physics and chemistry. So those are the 5. And for those in engineering, you're writing mathematics, you're writing English, you're writing physics, you're writing chemistry, and general knowledge. Now, the general knowledge, sometimes they add biology. So don't be surprised as an engineering aspirant, you are seeing biology there. Now, I always say that in Post UTME, what they are testing is your smartness, how smart you are, not your intelligence, to see. So what they are testing is how smart you are. So you can expect general knowledge question. You can just get into the hall and you see current affairs. You can see current affair in one of the questions, one or two of the questions, current affair. So what they are testing is smartness. You have to be very, very smart. You get? So those are for those persons in arts. Is there any, if you're watching now, if you're live now and you apply for any of the arts courses, just drop it in the comment section. Let me see that, so I'll know if I will talk about that or I go straight. So think of, as I'm waiting for that now, think of all your plans, all I want to save lives, all the I want to do this in life, I want to become this in life. You have 2 months to decide it. So how do you go about your reading plan? So I will talk about this, then we move on to the most repeated topics you must focus on. That is, if you don't know these topics, like the questions are always repeated from there. Now let me start from the reading plan quickly. How do you read and understand? How can I understand what I read? Most persons ask that. Now, to understand what you read, I'll give you a reading plan, but take this. You can jot this down. To understand what you read, the first thing is pre-reading habits. Before you start reading, what do? Is calm. Ensure your mind is calm before you start reading. That's the most important thing. If your mind is not calm, if your mind is not at peace, you cannot understand what you're reading. Trust me. Maybe you just finished fighting with someone or arguing with someone, or someone provoked you and you just pick your book and start. No, it doesn't work that way. Make sure your mind is at rest. Trust me, you will get what you want. For us doing basic, doesn't mean we have 2 exams, that is our exam and post UTME. Okay, for that, for basic students, yes, you're writing 2 exams. You will write your basic exam and you write your post UTME. So basic exam is different from post UTME. I'll do a video on how to go about your basic exam, and basic exam is closer than your post UTME. But if you prepare well for your post UTME, you definitely do well in your basic exam. I'll talk more about that in another video, not now. Alright, so how do you read and understand? I said before you read, you have to work on your mindset. If possible, listen to a calm music, something that will calm your brain down, because the brain, once your brain is divided, trust me, you'll not pay full attention to your book, and it will affect your rate of understanding. The next thing is focus on the main idea when you're reading. You already know the exam you're preparing for, and it's OBG, good thing, multiple choice questions. So in multiple choice questions, you have a lot of privileges. Work on the main points as you're reading. Pick up your textbook, and in your textbook now, pick a particular topic you want to read. That topic you want to read now, read as you're reading. Pay attention to the main points and ask yourself questions at intervals. What are they trying to say? Don't just read like storybook. Read and know you're writing exam on this thing you are reading. So, as you're reading, read and ask yourself, what are they trying to say? What do I understand from this thing? And the next thing is take notes. As you're reading, jot down. And from research has shown that your brain assimilates more when writing. So as you're reading, be writing. Be jotting down points as you're reading. Jot down points. That's another thing, because you assimilate more when jotting than when just reading. So jot down. The next thing is create mental pictures. Create mental images. As you're reading, try to visualize what they are saying. Okay, let's take for instance, they are talking about motor vehicles. And they say motor vehicle is that the fume that comes from motor vehicles is carbon monoxide. And maybe you've not seen carbon monoxide before, assuming, but you know motor vehicle, and they are saying that the fume, that gas that comes from, that black fume that comes from motor vehicle is carbon monoxide. Now try to picture a car moving and try to picture that black smoke coming out. As you're picturing it, in your mind now, you're creating a mental picture and say, oh, so this thing is carbon monoxide. That thing is sticks forever. So anytime you see, in fact, unconsciously, anytime you see a car passing and you see that black thing, I see carbon monoxide. You are used to it. So create mental picture as you are reading. And don't cram. The next thing is, I've said ask yourself questions and remove distractions. Remove distractions as you are reading. Now most persons will say, I cannot spend time reading. Like once I want to read, I will just sleep. or once I carry my book, I don't know what will just enter me. I'll be tired. Anytime I carry my book, I'll be tired. Anytime I want to read, I will fall asleep. Okay, sleeping is normal. That's one thing you need to know. But one thing that will help you to overcome that, one thing that will help you to overcome tiredness while reading, falling asleep while reading, or any of those stuffs is mindset. Yes, mindset. Some persons they drink a coffee to help them stay awake while reading. But coffee can help you, but everything boils down to your mindset. Everything boils down to your mindset. Okay, someone is just commenting now that thought that basic exam is harder than post UTME. It's hard. That's the truth. No exam is hard. Basic exam is not as hard as post UTME if we are considering hardness. But no exam is actually hard. It's just a matter of how prepared you are. It's how prepared you are that determines if exam is hard or not. So basic exam is not hard because you know your lecturers, and the lecturers are the ones setting your questions. You know what you were taught. But post UTME, you've not attended class with anybody before, you don't know anybody. You get that? So just prepare, and everything will from before the end of this video, I'll be giving you a lot of tips that if you apply, trust me, you blast 300 plus in your post UTME. You blast, just apply what I'm giving you today, and you blast 300 plus in your post UTME. Come back and tell me later. Alright, please, as you're watching, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. That is the only help you will do to me now. Just click on the subscribe button, and I'm seeing you. So just click on the subscribe button and like this video. Also, any question you have, drop it on the comment section because I'm seeing them and I'll be responding to your questions as I see them. Alright, now after that, the next thing we need to look at now is how to schedule your reading. How to schedule your reading. First, you've worked on your mindset. You've worked on your mindset now. You are ready to read. Think about the future. Think about the fact that you have 2 months to decide your destiny. Think about the fact that if you don't do well in this post UTME, that you have either you will give up, you'll spend 1 more year again passing through the same stage you've passed through. So if you don't want to waste all your effort, if you don't want to spend another extra year at home, or if you don't want to settle down for a lower course, because what Uniport will do to you is, if you don't get what's up to the cutoff mark, they will not give you the course. They can give you a lower course. And please, for those of you going for a very competitive course like engineering, medicine, nursing, pharmacy, and the rest, and other likes, please don't aim at the cutoff mark, because you can get the cutoff mark and still you will not be given admission. Yes, you can get the cutoff mark and still you will not be given admission. This is what I mean. If the department, let's say medicine, their admission limit is, let's say, 50 persons. If they are to give 50 persons admission, they will start from the highest score, and they will go like that down until they get 50 persons. So even if other persons meet the cutoff mark, they will not be given admission. They can transfer them to a lower department. Do you understand? So aim very, very high. So anyhow, you get your admission. Now, for your reading plan, now arrange your reading plan this way. You have 5 subjects. And you have to cover these 5 subjects in 2 months. That's 8 weeks. You have to cover it in 2 months, 8 weeks. Draw out a plan. The first thing you do is write out the name of the 5 subjects. Okay, this is mathematics. Please, as I'm talking, be doing that now and apply everything you're hearing in this video today. And you come back and tell me after your jam, after your post UTME. Apply everything. It's not easy, but it takes discipline. After 2 months, you can go back to your normal life. But for now, it takes discipline. Now, write out the 5 subjects you are doing. Do that as I'm talking now. Write out the 5 subjects you'll be writing in post UTME. The 5 subjects. Mathematics inclusive. So mathematics, English, and 3 other ones. So if you're in medicine and other health-related courses, mathematics, English, physics, chemistry, biology, engineering, write the 4 apart from biology, but biology might come or might not come. So it's general. Now, after that, I believe you've written down in the comment section, and let me know, have you written down the 5 subjects you're writing? Let me be sure you are flowing with me. I want the class to be interactive. I don't want to just be talking. I want you to talk also, but you can only talk in your comment section. So if you've written down the 5 subjects you'll be doing, write yes. Okay, some persons have written down already. Okay, I'm waiting. Write down the 5 subjects subjects. And all right, so the next thing is to design your reading plan. Write out all the topics in each subject. Yes. Take the mathematics now. You cannot do that now, but you do it after this video. Take the topic, the subject. Okay, now you've written down all the subjects you'll be writing in Post UTME. Take, say, mathematics. You write down all the topics you need to cover in mathematics. Write the subject mathematics. You write under it topics I need to cover. You write down all the topics in that subject. You go to English. You write all the topics you need to cover. You go to the next subject, maybe biology. You write all the topics you need to cover. Just like I said earlier, question will not come from all the topics. That is why you need to know all the topics. Because if you focus on one or two topics, what if questions does not come from the two questions, not come from all the two topics you studied? How do we mix reading with Post UTME basic? Okay, I will respond to this question later. This question that just dropped now, I will respond to that later. Let me just finish this. Now, I've said two things now. Write out the 5 subjects, then write out all the topics in those subjects. Since you are not, all will not come out, I will be giving you most repeated topics that at least you must emphasize on. Good. Now, next one is create a study schedule. Create a study schedule. For now, you are a student. Your parents should understand that you're having a very important exam that will determine your destiny. You're having a very important exam that will determine your future. So anybody you're staying with, anywhere you are, they should understand that. So create a study schedule. For now, forget about pleasure. Any other thing. For now, say reduce business. Focus on reading. How many hours do you read a day? You know, reading is not easy. Reading takes discipline. Reading takes discipline. So create a reading schedule. Let's say we have 24 hours in a day. One thing you need to understand is, as a student, there is no difference between night and day. Yes. You know, normally we have the mentality that in the night is for sleeping. Yes, night is for sleeping, but as a student, especially now that you're facing exam, there is no difference between night and day. There's no difference between night and day. So night is same as day as a student. So don't say once it gets dark you go to sleep. No. That's why I talked about mindset. The zeal that you want to do where I must do in this exam, I must become this. Just think of graduation day. Let me tell you a very short story of myself. One thing that motivated me, actually I graduated last year, and one thing that motivated me, I graduated with the first class by the grace of God. And one thing that motivated me was the graduation day. For my year 1, I always picture the graduation day. I will just picture how will the graduation day look like? How will it be when they are calling me up as first class student? How will it? So all those joy of the final day, or I will just think of how will it be when I've become this thing I've aspired for. Now look at yourself now, you're applying for medicine. Just think about you now wearing your, what do you call it? Wearing your, and as you wear out your stuff, you get to the hospital saving lives. They're calling you doctor. You see, calling you doctor. That feeling should make you to read. Think about you, engineer. As an engineer, you are not doing what you wanted to. The joy is that we make. As you want to sleep, as you're about to sleep, that thought say will just wake you up, will just push you up and you read. So it's all about mindset. So create a study schedule and spend hours reading. There are some nights I don't sleep at all. Like sometimes I read from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning without dozing. Yes, without dozing, because the burden is there. The burden to do is there. So have that burden and create enough time to read. You have 24 hours. As a student, in the daytime, read at least 5 hours. In the night, read at least 5 hours. So in your exam now, read for like 10 hours. Yes, read for like 10 hours. Starting it will not be easy, that's the truth, but it takes discipline. As you're starting, you'll be used to it as it goes on. But for now, at least discipline yourself to read at least 5 hours every day. So night and day, at least 5 hours every day. At least, I'm saying at least, meaning you can read more than that. And if you need a personal coach, I have a group, a mentorship group where I mentor students to read. And so after now, you can chat me on WhatsApp and I will add you to the group and we take it off from there. All right. So have a reading plan, a reading schedule. That today I'll be reading this. How many hours? So you can say, okay, if you are starting with 5 hours, if you are not used to long reading, and you are starting with 5 hours, you can decide to say in the day I'll read 3 hours in the day, maybe from 10 a.m. Put time, discipline yourself to work with time. I'll read from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'll rest. In the night, I'll read 2 hours. I'll sleep. As you start, then increase it, keep on increasing it. You see, as you keep on increasing it, there's one thing about your brain you need to understand. For those of you going for medicine, nursing, pharmacy, you understand this better when you get there. That your brain enlarges in size. Yes, your brain enlarges in size, and it's like machete. The more you use it, the more it becomes sharp. The longer you leave it, the longer it becomes blunt. So if you read it often, you see that as you keep reading, your understanding rate, your assimilation rate will increase. Yeah, I'm saying this from experience. Your assimilation rate will increase. So determine to do that today. Start it today. If you're having any challenge, my DM is always free on WhatsApp. Chat me up, I will respond at any time. I will give you the guide you need, because my joy is if you pass this Post UTME very well. Most of our students that took the same advice I'm giving to you now, most of them are in medicine. Now, as I'm talking to you, most of them are in pharmacy, most of them are in engineering, those that were in our class last time. The same advice I gave them. Those of them that decided to take are in their field now. Those of them that were reluctant about it, just like I said, it's not easy. But the joy ahead will clean all the tears you have to shed today. Yes. All right. Now, the next thing is set daily or weekly reading targets. In that textbook, remember you've written down all the topics in that subject. Tell yourself today you'll be reading this subject, say mathematics. Take out how many topics you'll be reading today. That is daily plan, daily targets. In this mathematics I've taken now, or you can take 2 subjects a day. This is the topic I will cover today in mathematics. This is the topic I will cover today in mathematics. And if you've not covered those topics, don't leave it till the next day. It's discipline, no greed. When your mindset is set, your body will have no choice than to align. I'm sure I'm talking to people, right? If you are still with me, just type I'm with you. Let me be sure you're hearing me. Let me be sure I'm not wasting time. Please, just write I'm with you. Let me see that so I'll know I'm not talking to myself. If you are with me, type I'm with you so we can continue. Okay. Someone is with me. Good. All right, so let's ride on. So after setting daily targets, set weekly targets. The weekly targets I'm talking about is maybe on Sunday, before breaking Monday. Tell yourself, in this week I'm entering, I'm going to cover, say, 5 topics in this subject, 3 topics in this subject, this topic in this subject. Set weekly target. Don't read blindly. That's why most persons don't do it. They do blind reading. Like you just read as your body wishes, as your body tells you. That is how you read. No, your body will always be weak. So set targets for yourself. You do blind reading. Okay, you just pick up your book when you want to read. You read any topic you want. You don't have targets. You'll not be motivated to read. The motivation will not be there because you don't have a target. You don't have what you are fighting to meet. But when you have a target, this is what I want to finish. Trust me, brothers and sisters. Like, you'll be surprised. You ask yourself, is it me that is reading like this? Okay, I remember a time when I was in secondary school, my dad is always forcing me, go and read. And we'll use that, we'll open our book and read. Then it was by force, because I didn't know the value. It got to a time where I knew the value of reading. And it was like, every time, like if I'm not reading and I'm doing another thing, it will be as if I'm wasting time. So set targets for yourself, set goals for yourself. It will not be easy. If I tell you reading is easy, then I'm lying. If I say reading is easy, I'm lying. But it pays. Reading pays. So you get the benefits. That day, in fact, just the fact that you'll be seeing your score immediately, like as you submit your Post UTME, as you're writing, just the fact that as you submit, you see your score, it should even motivate you to read. Because that day, some persons do not like to go to the house. Because once they see their score and it's not good, you start thinking about your life from the starting. Like you will now be wondering, so what next? What will I do again? But if you do well, in fact, before you even submit, you get to the house before you submit. Like you want to fly. The happiness, you forget about all the night reading. What people will see is your high score. They will not know the price you've paid in your house. It's determination. Success, you cannot succeed by mistake. That is not in academics. You cannot succeed by mistake. So determine today. And I always tell my students that nobody is intelligent. Nobody is dumb. Nobody, I know this a big book. Nobody's like that. You made yourself like that. Yes. Even if just understand your brain pattern. Everybody have their own brain pattern. You might be somebody that understands very fast. Might be somebody that your understanding level is low. Work on it. Spend more time. Understand yourself and spend more time. And nobody's dumb. No, I know this. That boy is a big book and he's working on himself. I know some persons inherited it, but you have to work on yourself too. You have to work on yourself because anybody can improve. All right, because of time, after setting weekly targets, please you can do that and send it to me on WhatsApp so that I'll be sure you are following up. So because I'll be following you up until you get that course you want. I'll be following you up until you get that your desired course. Now after writing out all the 5 subjects, write out all the topics and write out your reading plan. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maths, chemistry, this and that. Write it like that. Then after writing it like that, write the topics in between. The topics you'll be covering on daily basis. Write it in between. If you do it for 2 weeks, you see how far you've covered. Trust me, you see how far you've covered. You'll be shocked. Now, because of our time, you send that to me on WhatsApp if you wish for me to follow you up, so that I will follow up your reading if you're actually following what you wrote down or not. I'll follow you up on that if you send it to me on WhatsApp. All right, so the next thing I need to talk about now is the very, very reason why we are here. The most repeated topics in Post UTME. The most repeated topics in Post UTME. Just like I said, all topics will not come out in Post UTME. That is the truth. Because you have plus or minus 10 questions from each topic. And they cannot set all the topics in 10 questions. So there are topics where questions must come out on. And those are some of them I'm going to look at. If you are ready for that, drop in the comment section, I am ready. Drop in the comment section, I am ready. Let me see that as we go on. I'll be giving you these topics and examples on past questions. Topics you should read, then examples on past questions. So, okay, I'm seeing that now. Just okay, I'm with you. Good. I'm ready. Let's go on. Let's start from English. I'm starting from English because people look at English as a very simple subject. But do a examination, do your own statistics, ask people their score. You see most of them scored low in English. Most of them have low English score. And English, most of them, people will overlook it. That is very simple. But English, mathematics is simpler than English. Yes, mathematics is simpler than English. So let me start from most repeated topics in English language. Alright. So the first one there, I hope you are writing. The first one there is synonyms and antonyms. Good. Synonyms and antonyms. You always see this in exam. You always see it in Post UTME. Antonyms and synonyms. They will not write there, this question is some antonym, this question is some synonym. They will not write it that way. But they will write it, they will bring it out. Now, when you talk about, I will bring out questions from the past question now, and you see what I'm talking about. Antonyms are words that are opposite in meaning. That's antonym. Antonyms are words that are opposite in meaning. For example, boy, the opposite of boy is girl. So boy and girl are antonyms. Now synonyms are words that are similar in meaning. That's synonym. Words that are similar in meaning. Words you can use interchangeably that are similar in meaning. So in antonyms and synonyms, they'll be testing your vocabulary, how much words you know. Yes, and this one, the truth is you cannot exhaust all the vocabulary. You cannot exhaust all the vocabulary. You cannot know the meaning of all the words in this whole world. But you have to know the much you can. And to do that, to build your vocabulary, what you need to do is any strange word you come across from today, check it up in the dictionary and write it down. Try to use it in your conversation once in a while. Then you are used to that word. Since you cannot know the meaning of all the grammar in this word to know their opposite and those similar to it, write any word you see that is strange, write it down somewhere, check your dictionary. Oh, so this is what it means. That one is part of you already. Now, questions that will come from, let me give you an example of how questions come from here, and with my past question here. So let me take some questions. Let me take about 3 or 2 because of our time. So the first question here, please listen carefully. Listen carefully. Next time I will share my screen so you can see what I'm reading. But for today, let's take it this way. This question here, under that, it said choose the option nearest in meaning to the words or phrase in italics for question 11 to 16. Choose the options nearest in meaning. The one nearest in meaning. Now let me ask you, nearest in meaning now, are they talking about antonyms or synonyms? Let me see it in the comment section. Are they talking about antonyms or synonyms? Let me see that. I'm waiting. So choose the option nearest in meaning. Is that antonym or synonym? Okay, synonyms. Good. Synonyms. So this question is on synonyms. Now, the question now, listen to the question. I wonder what will be left of his essay when the extraneous material is read. I take the question again. I wonder what will be left of his essay when the extraneous material is read. Extraneous is spelled EXTRANEOUS. That is the underlined word there. And you are asked to choose the one nearest in meaning. I wonder what will be left of his essay when the extraneous material is read. Now, first, let's assume you are hearing this word for the first time, say, extraneous. If you are hearing it for the first time, how will you know the one nearest in meaning? Do you get? But there is a cheat that works for some of them. Those ones that, there are some, which when I see that I'll point it out. There are some cheats that work for some of them, which from the option you can tell which might likely be the answer. But it doesn't work for all. So you have to know, at least have some vocabulary in your head. The option there says A, main, M-A-I-N. B, relevant. C, erroneous. D, superfluous. I wonder what will be left of his essay when the extraneous material is read. Now, you are not looking at extraneous. Try to think of what they are saying. What will be left of his essay when the extraneous material is read? Is it when the... Try to replace the option in place of that extraneous. That's one way of doing this. Try to replace the options in place of that word you're looking at. So you read it again. I wonder what will be left of his essay when the main material is read. Is it main material? When the relevant material is read? When the erroneous material is read? Or when the superfluous material is read? Now, what do you think is the answer to this question? Before I say the answer, what do you think is the answer to this question? Which word can you use to replace extraneous there? Okay, somebody say erroneous, another person say superfluous. Okay, so what you do for me now is all these words, put it in your dictionary, in your vocabulary now. Be writing it down. Be writing these words down. Check their meaning. But the answer to this question is erroneous. Erroneous goes better than superfluous. You know, when questions that the options are similar, but you pick out the one that best fits the question. So in that question, the answer, the word you can use to replace erroneous there, the extraneous there is erroneous. Okay, next one. Tortoises, or some of you call it tortoises. Tortoises need cool climates and must have places where they hibernate. Tortoises need cool climates and must have places where they hibernate. Hibernate is the underlined word there. And for those of you in biology, at least this one will be very easy for you. What does it mean to hibernate? That is the first thing you ask yourself. Remember, you are choosing the ones nearest in meaning. So what does it mean to hibernate? A says sleep deeply. B says relax. C says reproduce. D says hide at night. So let me hear your answer. What do you think? Which word can be used to replace hibernate? There, which one can be used to as nearest in meaning to hibernate? Is it relax, produce? Okay, someone says sleep deeply, another person says relax, another person says sleep deeply. Okay, the best answer here is sleep deeply. So sleep deeply is the correct answer here. Sleep deeply. Hibernation is a period of deep sleep. So tortoises need cool climates and must have places where they can sleep deeply. So that is the answer to that question. You see why you need to build your vocabulary. To build your vocabulary now. Now, the next question, and I move to the next topic that is mostly repeated. Now, this topic you cannot exhaust it. These antonyms and synonyms, you cannot exhaust it because they are everywhere. Just build your vocabulary and do most of past questions. I'll talk about past questions at the end of this video, close to the end of this video. I'll talk about past questions. You know, fake past questions are everywhere. Will it help? Will it not help? I'll talk about that before the end of this video. The next question there is, they are considered to be legal luminaries. They are considered to be legal luminaries. And the underlying word there is luminaries. They are considered to be legal luminaries. So which word can be used to replace luminaries? A, experts. B, practitioners. D, directors. So C, directors. D, powers. They are considered to be legal luminaries. So which word can be used to replace luminaries? They are drop it in the comment section. Is it experts? Is it practitioners? Is it directors? Is it powers? So which one do you think can be used to replace luminaries? Please, I'm waiting for your answer. And please, if you've not subscribed, please do well to subscribe. You are not paying for all this information. Please do well to click on the subscribe button and subscribe, because more videos will be coming on. Just like I said earlier, from time to time, I'll be dropping videos that will help you in your Post UTME. Other videos are there already on some subjects, so you can go and watch, and I'll keep on dropping videos that will help you. All right, so I'm seeing your answers so far. Sleep deeply. No, okay, practitioners, powers. Okay, so they are considered to be legal luminaries. Now, practitioner is not wrong. Powers is not wrong. But the nearest in meaning there, the nearest in meaning, the closest in meaning there is experts. Yes, lawyers are considered to be legal experts. So luminaries, when they say you are a luminary, it means you are an expert. Yes, you are a practitioner in that field, but not just a practitioner, but you are an expert. So expert is the correct answer there. So that's one topic you need to work on in English. Antonyms and synonyms, nearest in meaning, opposites in meaning. So work on that and it will help you very well. It will help you. There are other ones here, but we have to continue to the next topic. Okay, another topic where question is always coming from in English language here is conversation clarity. Conversation clarity. Now in your textbook, you might not see anything like conversation clarity, but in conversation clarity, what they are trying to check is if you understand the statement or not. If you understand the statement or not, that is what they are trying to check. If you understand the statement or not. Now, conversation clarity. Let me take some questions from the past question here. From the past question here, the question says, okay, the instruction says, in each of the questions, select the option that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence that best explains the information conveyed in the sentence. So which one best explains? So they are asking you this question to understand, to know how you understand the conversation. That's why it's called conversation clarity. So how well do you understand this conversation? Let me take some questions there. Okay, so I read this question down. So listen carefully and you tell me what, okay, we'll do that together. Said the organization is constantly in a state of flux. The organization is constantly in a state of flux. Flux is spelled F-L-U-X. F-L-U-X. The organization is constantly in a state of flux. Now, what is this statement trying to say? A. The organization is moribund. Moribund is spelled M-O-R-I-B-U-N-D. Hope you're with your pen. Write all these words down. The organization is moribund. B. The organization is experiencing good times. C. The organization is facing a difficult period. D. There are periodic changes in the organization. Drop your answer in the comment section. Let me see that now. The organization is constantly in a state of flux. Is it, what does this statement mean? Does it mean that the organization is moribund? A, that's A. B, the organization is experiencing good times. C, the organization is facing a difficult period. C, okay, D, there are periodic changes in the organization. Okay, I'm seeing your answers. Keep it coming. Okay, one thing you need to understand is, what do they even mean by state of flux? What does flux mean? State of flux mean? So flux means continuous movement or changes. That is what flux means. Now option A that says that the organization is constantly in a state of flux. Okay, A says the organization is moribund. What does moribund mean? It's grammar. Moribund means no longer effective or is in bad condition. So for the fact that our organization is in a state of constant flux, does it mean that our organization is no longer functioning? No. What best explains that is option D, that there are periodic changes in the organization. Remember, flux is talking about changes. So there are periodic changes in the organization is the correct answer to that question. Are you still with me? Alright, so we move on, and the second question there, I'll take this very fast so we can move on to another thing. The next question there is meteoric rise. Meteoric, M-O-M-E-T-E-O-R-I-C. His meteoric rise to fame surprised everyone. What is this statement trying to say? His meteoric rise to fame surprised everyone. A. People were amazed at his rapid success. B. He rose to the top quite unexpectedly. C. His rise to fame was only temporary. D. He became successful very suddenly. So there's another word you need to put in your vocabulary. What does meteoric mean? So you can write it down and you check it up. His meteoric rise to fame surprised everyone. So to save time, what is conveyed in this statement is people were amazed at his rapid success. That is the answer to that question. People were amazed at his rapid success. Alright, so we move on. Now. Let me set up my mic, please. Good. Alright, so the next question there, and we call it a wrap on this topic, is Udu was taken bad in the middle of the night. This one is just like an idiomatic expression. Udu was taken bad in the middle of the night. What does this mean? A says he was ill. B says he was caught. C says he was drunk. He was drunk. D says he was robbed. So, what do you think this statement is trying to say? Udu was taken bad in the middle of the night. So drop it in the comment section. Let me hear your answer. I'm waiting for your response. Udu was taken bad in the middle of the night. A, is it he was ill? B, is it he was caught? C, is it he was drunk? And D, is it he was robbed? Okay, someone said ill. Okay, keep it coming, keep it coming. Ill, he was ill. Good, 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 good. He was robbed. Okay, was taken bad. Think of it though. Udu was taken bad in the middle of the night. Was taken bad. What does it really mean? See, when you're answering questions like this, ask yourself, before you even answer the question, ask yourself, what does this mean? What are they even trying to say? The answer there is, he was ill. When they say someone is taken bad at night, it means the person was ill. The person was ill. This is more like an idiomatic expression. It's more like an idiomatic expression. So it means he was ill. He was ill. Alright, so that's basically that. That's basically that. Now, one thing you need to work on is time management. Before we continue to the next steps, time management. In time management, you have 50 questions answering in 30 minutes, meaning you don't have up to 1 minute for each question. So you have to be very, very smart. You have to be very, very smart. Why people fail Post UTME more than jamb is because one factor there is time, no time. 50 questions in 30 minutes. So you have to work on time management. See, be fast once you get to the hall. I'm not saying you should rush up and 30 minutes is enough for 50 questions. Actually, yes, I'm not saying you should just rush up and you take anything. No, don't do that. But concentrate once you get to the hall. Your time of start counting. Concentrate as much as you can. Alright, so another area you will see in Post UTME English is use of orals. So oral English. They will not ask you to write the 44 sounds and the rest. Of course, you were taught in secondary school that you have 5 voice sounds. But you know that's not true. You don't have 5 voice sounds. That is what you were taught in secondary school. That you have 5 vowel sounds. You don't have 5 vowel sounds. You have 5 vowel letters, which are your A, E, I, O, and U. 5 vowel letters. Those are the vowel letters. For vowel sounds, you know you have your short and long. Anyone you see column, pom, dots, 2 dots. Wait, that's a long sound. Alright, today I'm not teaching English, so maybe I will fix a class where I do that. But for today, use of orals. They can give you a sound and they can give you a particular sound and they ask you to underline the word that have the same sound as that, or they'll give you a particular word and they tell you to write out the word that a particular word that have the same sound as that particular word given. Alright, let me give you an example now. But if you are gaining something, write in the comment section, I'm gaining something. If you are not gaining anything from this live section, type in the comment section, I'm not gaining anything. Let's see, I'm waiting for you to do that. Let me get a question for you on this. If you're gaining something, type in the comment section, I'm gaining. If you're not gaining anything, type in the comment section, I'm not gaining anything. What should I spell again? Oh, sir, please spell again. What am I spelling again? What should I spell? I don't know where you are. Okay, please keep it coming. Alright, now let's continue. There's a question here that pick a word that does not have the same sound as the given word. Take note of does not. Pick the word that does not have the same sound as the given word. Now, that does not have the given sound as the given word. The given word here is oil. O-I-L. 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 Oil. Now A says B-O-Y. A says B-O-Y. B says C-O-I-L. C-O-I-L. C says C-O-W. 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 And D says B-O-I-L. B-O-I-L. I guess this one is very obvious. I don't want to pronounce it yet. So what do you think is the answer there? What do you think is the answer? Which one does not have the same sound as the given word, oil? A says B-O-Y, B says C-O-I-L, C says C-O-W, and D says B-O-I-L. So this one is very obvious. Okay, someone says C-O-W. Okay, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. This one is very obvious. Good, good, good. Alright, so we know the answer there is C-O-W. Now if you pronounce the word oil, when answering phonetic questions, use of oral questions, pronounce it out. I'm not saying you should shout in the hall, but pronounce it out. Don't look at the spelling. Don't look at the spelling. So, oil. The sound there is oil sound. Oil sound is a diphthong. Oil, oil. That's a diphthong present there. Oil. So, oil sound. Boys, B-O-Y, boy, oil, oil, oil. You're hearing the oil there. Good. Next one is coil, coil, oil, coil, coil, oil, oil. You're hearing the oil there too. Then the next one is cow. What you're seeing there is ow. That's the diphthong there. Ow, 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 ow. That one is out. Next one is boil, boil. You're still hearing the oil. Now, there are more to say in use of orals. There are more to say there, but we cannot say everything here. Cannot say everything here. So there are more to say on that. Now, I've given some areas where you must see in English language, in English. Now, comprehension, reading of comprehension, you might see that comprehension question, they'll give you a comprehension and ask you to answer the questions, but it's not very rampant. But you can also see it. So also prepare for that. Good. All right. That's on to the next subject. Move on to the next subject. You know, most persons don't read English. But even if you don't read English, what you do for me in English now, go and read all the rules of Concord. All the rules of Concord. If you are using this book, I will recommend this book, A to Z in English. A to Z in English is very, very good for jamb, Post UTME, basic purposes. A to Z in English is a very good book that you need. All the rules of Concord, please master all of them. Master all of them. For those of you on my online group chat, I was taking the use of has, the use of had, the use of have, the use of having, and their meaning, and where we can see them in questions. Rules of Concord will help you settle all those things. Subject, verb, and all those stuff. Subject, verb, agreement, subject, object, agreement, and all those things. Umbrella word. Use of English. Go and find A to Z in English textbook and use. It's not boring, it's very interesting. There are many exercises there for you to practice also. Alright, so that being said, because of time, we'll move on. The next subject I will talk about is mathematics. I'm starting with these two because these are the two subjects that everybody, whether you're in art or you're in science, you will be doing mathematics. You'll be writing mathematics, you'll be writing English. Alright, so I'm starting from those two subjects. Now, in mathematics, one topic, and the first topic you should even try to, try to attempt in mathematics is indices. That is the basics of mathematics. That is the basics of mathematics, indices. You don't understand mathematics, or you used to say you don't understand mathematics because probably you've not taken indices seriously. Because in all the topics in mathematics, visually all the topics you'll be doing in mathematics, you will need the idea of indices. You need the idea of indices. So indices, you need the idea. So go and learn indices, because you see questions from there and use the idea in other ones. If you don't know how to go about that, I made a video on indices and it's on my channel. So just check there, you see indices and watch it after now. Calm down. It's just like you're in class. Just carry your pen, carry your book and learn. You're in class. So indices is one. Another one, which is very, very important also, is logarithm. Logarithm, and the logarithm I'm talking about is not logarithm 2. It's not logarithm 1, it's logarithm 2. You know, logarithm 1 is the one you are using 4-figure table. They say find the log of 50.56. You now find this under this difference, this. You remember them, right? This under this difference, this. That's what you are doing. That's logarithm 1. Here, nobody cares. You are not using table, you are not using 4-figure table in the exam. So whether you know how to read your 4-figure table or not, nobody cares at this point. Now, in your Post UTME, what you need is logarithm 2, which are the rules of logarithm, laws of logarithm, how to go about the solving. I also made a video on that, and the video is on my channel already, so you can go and watch that. There are 2 videos there. You see 2 videos there I made on logarithm. One is about the laws of logarithm, and another one is solvings of logarithm. So watch the 2. Another topic you need to take very, very seriously in Post UTME is probability. I'll be dropping a video on probability very soon. So probability is another. I hope you are writing all this stuff I'm mentioning down. Probability, you always see it in your past question. Another topic you see is permutation and combination. I dropped a video yesterday on permutation and combination on my channel, so you can go and watch. Permutation and combination. Can you still hear me? Please, if you are still hearing me, drop in the comment section. I can hear you. It seems the place is quiet now. It seems I'm alone. So if you can still hear me, drop in the comment section. I can hear you. Are my people sleeping? Drop in the comment section. I can hear you. Okay, so someone can hear me. Good. So good. Now, I've mentioned permutation and combination. You always see questions in exam. If we have 10 boys in a class and we want to select 3 boys from, you'll be hearing questions like, and it is very, very simple. Permutation and combination topic that you will enjoy. Like, it's very simple. Confusing if you don't take it serious, but very simple. And I've simplified it on my channel also. So check there. You will see on my channel, you see permutation and combination in my channel there. Another one is trigonometry. Now, in trigonometry, trigonometry is that branch of mathematics where they talk about sine, cosine, cot, secant, and cotangent and all those stuffs. That's the topic they talk about that. And the calculator you'll be using that day, let me come close so you hear me well. The calculation you'll be using that day is not scientific. For those of you studying and you're using scientific calculators to study, you are not doing well to yourself. You are deceiving yourself. As you're studying now, don't use scientific calculator. Use market women calculator. Yes, use market women calculator. Don't use scientific calculator, because if you use scientific calculator and as you're solving, you're pressing sine, cosine, and you're getting the answer you're ticking from past question you're ticking. You think no, you should not use scientific calculator. You don't use scientific calculator. Use market women calculator. Market women calculator is that calculator I used to have just 1, 2, 3, 4 and times, minus, all those things. So how do you go about trigonometry? There's a short way of knowing sine, cosine of values. Alright, I think I was disconnected for a while, but I'm back. Alright, so that's that about trigonometry. Now there are other topics mathematics I've talked about, but last year they allowed scientific calculator last year and for last. Scientific calculator okay, please reply this comment. They allowed scientific calculator inside, like you took scientific calculator into the hall. Did people use scientific calculator? Can you hear me? Bright, tapping. Did people use scientific calculator last year in Post UTME?
That was the system I used. There was a calculator on it, so that was.
But did they allow scientific calculator?
No, no, no.
No, they don't allow scientific calculator. The person I'm asking wrote last year. They don't allow scientific calculator, but on the system there's a calculator. But allowing scientific calculator in Post UTME is what I've not heard about. I need to do more research on that, but I'm not sure of that. Except you cannot even hide it inside. You cannot even hide it inside. It's something that I've not heard about, but I will find out. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. The person. And use. So, but don't depend on past question. That's another thing. Don't depend on past questions. Take this moment to be very serious. Draft out and be determined to read. It boils down to mindset. Work on your mindset. After now, sit down and plan yourself. Determine. Just know that this thing is about your life, your destiny. It's about your destiny. So you have 2 months to decide your destiny. Discipline yourself to read, to study, and God will help you. You will get to your course. My network is getting bad, so we'll call it a wrap here. But before we finally go, we'll continue some other time. Before we finally go, if you have any questions, please drop me a response to the questions before. Drop your questions in the comment section now. Drop your questions in the comment section. Okay, let me respond to the other question the other person sent. How can you combine basic reading and Post UTME reading? It's all about arranging yourself. What you see in basic will still come out in Post UTME. What you see in basic will still come out in Post UTME. So, sorry. So if preparing for basic, you're still preparing for your Post UTME. Okay, somebody says, what about differentiation and integration? There are topics you cannot escape. My network got bad, so I do not exhaust what I have here. But differentiation and integration, limits and functions, continuity, this other topic, polynomials, there are topics that will come out. There are topics that will always come out. There are topics that will come out. Alright, so differentiation and integration, I have an introductory video in my channel already, but by next week I'll be dropping the full video on calculus. I'll be dropping the full video on calculus, differentiation and integration. I'll be dropping them. Please, any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Okay, while I wait for any question, if you gained something today, if you gained something from the video and you want me to do a continuation video on this, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you want me to do a continuation video on this, let me know. Okay, how can I tell the difference when a equation is on probability and permutations and combination? Okay, your question, how can you tell the difference between the equation is on probability or permutation and combination? Probability is totally different from permutation and combination, because probability, they always say, what is the probability of? What is the probability of? Yeah, that's the question. They always bring it that way. What is the probability of? But in permutation and combination, check my video on permutation and combination, and you see how the equations are set. It's totally different from probability. Even permutation questions and combination questions are different. Permutation and combination are different. So check also, and you see it. You see the pattern of questions there. So check there. Okay, so please, network was disturbing. Can you snap the topics and send it to the group? Okay, so I will try that. Please, will you snap the topics? Okay. So any other question? Any other question? Maybe if there's no question, please, I'm still waiting. If you want me to do a continuation video on this, drop it in the comment section so I will know. Please, very well, scientific calculator was used in the hall. If you doubt, check the Post UTME slip. There was, please, there was never a place they said don't bring calculator. Okay, the best I know is they don't use scientific calculator in Post UTME hall. I'll still go and verify, but they don't use scientific, they don't bring any scientific calculator in Post UTME hall. They don't bring any scientific any calculator at all. In fact, okay, to show how it was, though my set have not now, but that day I bought I bought calculator, market women calculator sef, not even scientific calculator, at the venue of the hall. They were telling me outside that they are using scientific calculator inside, or I should and I bought. When they were searching me, they took the the market women calculator from me. They took it from me. So I'm not sure they do that. I'm not sure they do that, but I'll still confirm. But I'm not sure they use any scientific calculator in the okay. So please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, subscription will not take anything from you. It will not consume your data. It will not take your money, to not do anything from you. So please, on my channel now, just click on the subscribe button, and click on notification, that bell, so that anytime I post a video, because this period I post videos from jamb till final year, but for this period of your Post UTME and basic, the videos I'm doing is specifically for you, is based on you. So please click on the subscribe button, and always like any video you've watched, so that I will know that people are following. Because if you don't like, you don't comment on the videos, I won't know that someone is following up. It's okay. When is the next live class? I will tell you that in the group chat. I will inform you in the group chat when the next live class will be coming up. And the next live class will be superb. Like, this is just an introduction. I will not want anybody to miss out, because in the next live class I will be teaching, like real teaching of which things that you likely see in your Post UTME. So I will advise that no one should miss out. If you're not on the online group chat, chat me up on WhatsApp and I will respond. I'll add you up. My number is 090 68 39 45 81. That's my number. My name is Excellence Simplified, and I'll be glad to until you get what you want. At this point, if there is no other questions, if there's no other question at this point, then we'll be calling it a wrap. Okay. Let me go through. Okay, this about two persons sitting around beside you and the invigilator didn't say anything. I don't know what to say about that. But please don't have the mindset that there will be scientific calculator. What if they've arranged with the invigilator? And what if, I don't know, but they normally search before you enter, so I don't know about that. Alright, so at this point we'll call it a wrap. Please, if you get something, drop a love for me in the comment section there. Drop love there for me, or drop your best emoji in the comment section there, before we finally wave bye. So drop love there in the comment section, or your best emoji. I'm waiting for my love. I'm waiting for my best emoji. I'm waiting for that. Please don't forget to send me your reading plan. Send it to me on WhatsApp. Send your reading plan to me on WhatsApp, and we take it off from there. At this point, have a nice day, and I would like to be with you next time. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. If you have questions, still drop it there, I will respond.